Hello and welcome to this quick video about this new product from SpeedyBee. Now I saw this listed and thought, you know what, I need to get this in because I am a fan of adding things like cob LED strips to models, particularly at the moment when it's kind of dark and gloomy, and having some kind of orientation on there is very handy. Now these are called the SpeedyBee Meteor LEDs. They're designed for the SpeedyBee 35 Pro frame really, but because of the way they're designed, they're actually pretty versatile. Now the actual Meteor LEDs consist of two parts. One is a BEC module that will run on anything from 2 to 6S and outputs 4 to 4.5 volts to run the LEDs. The LEDs, when you have them all white lit up at maximum intensity, run at about 650 milliamps. But that's not going to be a problem if you're running it directly from the battery. The BEC module can be plugged directly onto the flight controller to be controlled, and it also can just be controlled via a little button which you can cycle through the effects, or as I'll show you in a moment, you can actually use an app. It does have a Bluetooth connection for the app and only weighs a couple of grams. The SpeedyBee 35 Meteor LEDs, there's 126 LEDs in this thing. They do have adhesive backing, they run on 4 to 4.5 volts, and the operating current is a maximum of 1.7 amps at 5 volts. However, the current that's being pulled from a 3S battery in the testing that I've done here maxes out at about 650 milliamps. Dimensions are 785 millimeters by 5 millimeters wide by 2 millimeters high, and the weight is 10.5 grams. Here on the bench, I'm powering it from a bench power supply. I've set it to 12 volts, so kind of 3S style voltage, directly into the little battery eliminator circuit module thing that's connected to the LEDs, and when it powers up it will then go and display the last mode that it was set to, and then pressing the button on it will actually cycle through, and there's probably 6 or 7 different display modes that you can see. And you can see how if this was wrapped around the outside of something like the large quad style frame like the SpeedyBee 35 Pro frame, this would look really striking. It's nice and bright even in lighter conditions, and there are lots of different modes to choose from. However, if you connect to it via the SpeedyBee app on your phone, just like you would to with the flight controllers or things like the SpeedyBee dongle, then you have direct access to both change the settings, the actual mode that it's displaying, but also to change the particular performance and characteristics of that mode in terms of the speed and colors and other things as well. Now, you can also have this connected directly to a MSP UART on the flight controller and configure it through that, but the fact that you don't need to plug it into a flight controller I think is a really good thing. And in fact, there's a lot of things I like about this. I like the wide voltage range. I like the neat extra features when you can use it with SpeedyBee flight controllers. For example, you can set the SpeedyBee flight controller to go into boot mode and stuff. There are various ways to control it. I like the way that they thought about that. And you can refine the effects via the app. And there's no need for a flight controller if you just want to pimp your model for night flying. If you have a fixed wing or a wing that you want to fly at night and it may or may not have a flight controller in it, but you want some funky LEDs that are going to look amazing, like WS2812 addressable LEDs with a flight controller, but you just want to wire them into your battery, these would absolutely do the job. Only a handful of things to be aware of. First of all is you do need the SpeedyBee app on your phone to be able to do those kind of tweaking to the effects, to change the colors, frequencies, direction, those kind of things. And the Bluetooth connection only works with the app for 60 seconds after you turn the LEDs on. So you have to connect relatively quickly, otherwise you have to power cycle the thing in order for the Bluetooth to be listening for the phone and the application. And I'm not sure that all the features like the boot button and some of the extra things that this thing can do will work with non-SpeedyBee flight controllers. But in summary, if you have a larger Whoop style frame, or you have a flying wing or anything that you want to fly at night that you want to pimp out, particularly with these kind of funky LED effects, then this might be something that floats your boat. It could be fun to use and convince anyone that sees it flying over the fields in the evening and at night that aliens have landed. Thank you for watching the video. If you watch my videos and find them useful, then please take a moment to hit the like and subscribe button. It helps the channel a lot. If you really like what I'm doing here, you can become a Patreon and support the time I spend helping others and get access to lots of exclusive benefits. Link is in the video description. Remember that all the videos on the channel are organized into playlists, so you can easily use those playlists to find all the videos on a subject that you are interested in. Add Painless 360 to your searches on Google and YouTube, and it'll help you find my content for any particular topic. Thanks again for watching, and as always, happy flying.